What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome back to Bigfoot Input. I want to thank you guys. This is episode number 40 of this particular series. So, doing the math on that, average of 15 um, images per episode. We're somewhere in the 600 range. 600 images of cryptids that we've been able to go over and talk about because of you guys. So, thank you. Appreciate you for joining us for episode 40. And let's go ahead and jump in, huh? Got quite a few to get through today, so let's just jump right into it. Rebecca Rollison, and I assume Teddy, her dog. I mean, just an absolute clear shot of really what I would expect from a Sasquatch face. Now she's a Floridian, so these are skunk apes, which have a slightly different appearance than your stereotypical Sasquatch. But is there really a stereotype? I don't know. I mean, I've heard so many different facial features out there in the world. But anyway, eye, nose, pronounced lips, and mouth is slightly ajar, and you can see the sort of conical shaped head here. But it almost looks like it has like a longer hair to me. It almost looks like the hair is kind of coming down near the face. But either way, great shot, Rebecca, and thank you for letting us use that one. Dennis Hurstad here. Um, Always get some really interesting pictures from him. I mean, this almost looks juvenile to me. I could be wrong on that, but definitely see the conical shaped head here. And you got the cranial ridge right there, deep inset eyes, small nose, and there's the mouth, and it almost has like this coloration around the muzzle, like around the chin here, that goes up onto the forehead. So and then you can see, of course, no neck, straight down into the body structure. Very cool shot. Thank you, Dennis. This is Catherine Norse. Just, you know, every day she seems to come out with something interesting. Obviously, you've got the larger nose on this guy, the eyes and the cranial ridge there, and he definitely has hair coming down on his forehead. Catherine is from New Zealand, so due to adaptation and stuff like that, we really don't know exactly what the creatures look like from every zone, every area in the world, and they all look a little different. Thank you, Catherine. Let's see, Bigfoot World, Kathy Westerman here. An interesting shape here, and I'm not really sure, but you can tell right here, this is the head. And it almost looks like, did I see an ear here? Like a little ear, they don't have big ears typically. A little ear sticking out there, and then of course, I think eye here, eye there, nose here, mouth. I believe it's looking this way. Yeah, I'll go with that. Excellent shot. Thank you, Kathy. I debated whether I was going to put this one in or not, but I think it's interesting enough. Um, Whatever this person's name is, I'm not even going to try to bother pronouncing that, but so it kind of gives the story here and tells, you know, what happened. I mean, I'm no expert on Wendigo. I know that it has something to do with if it's like the evil spirit of a cannibalistic human, something to that effect. It's like your punishment for being a cannibal when you were alive or something, and now you're some evil spirit that like roams the earth and You know, it sounds like a lot of lore to me, honestly. But let's just take a look at this. We've got a picture. So we can see, man, how bizarre. So we can see a knee here for sure, and here, and these like long shins, like real long, and almost looks like some sort of like loincloth, maybe. And either this is like really dark, like dark long hair. If this is still the hair, look how long that is. I know it definitely comes down here, and I assume ends here. I mean, that's down to that knee, and I don't know, some discoloration there, and of course there is no face to be made out, and it almost looks like if it was able to control the area around it somehow, that it like blurred itself out or pixelated itself out, you know, so like you can't take a picture of it. You know, this is the best you're ever gonna get. And now, like I said, I'm not saying this is yay or nay. I don't see any arms, which is weird, but I don't know. There's something going on up here too. You know, it's a really strange picture. I'm not keen on ruling it out, although it's the one of the weirdest pictures I think I've ever seen. Not like necessarily impressive either, just weird. Um, all I can say is if it's real, man, that's some terrifying stuff. I mean, I'd much rather encounter a Bigfoot, you know, than an evil spirit, cannibalistic evil spirit. You know, I don't know, man. It's got to go on the inconclusive shelf for me because I just don't know. But I want to show it to you guys anyway. You can tell me what you think and drop your thoughts in the comments. All right, what do we got? Let's see. Rebecca Rollison got a face shape up here. You know, and we talk a lot about pareidolia, but I want you to look closely. I want you to see that right here and right here is a nostril. These are nostrils, two of them. You know, and of course there's your eye and your forehead and hair up here, and the rest of the face is black. It's looking through two trees. These are two trees. You know, so when we talk about pareidolia, that's what we look for. Is we look for details. And the details like the nostrils, that will tell us that it's not pareidolia. Like our brains might take random shapes and kind of make them look like a face, but not with detail like this. So, great shot, Rebecca. Thank you. Let's see. Another one from Kathy Westerman, Bigfoot World. Some weird creature peeking out from behind this tree. There's an eye over here, nose, some sort of mouth. Very odd looking creature. I wouldn't jump to say that's a Sasquatch or a skunk ape ball. It could be with just some distortion. It could be, you know, there could be other things in play here, like it's hiding its face behind something and you can't really make it out very well. But I would say it's something. All right, here's another one. I find this one to be very impressive. This is Kathy Westerman again, Bigfoot World, coming through with just another impressive face shot hidden behind the bushes. You can see behind the bush here, you can see the conical shaped head if you follow the shape around. Comes down there, and you've got the eye here. The other eye is blocked by these two branches. Nose here, lips there, chin, and the cheekbone there, and the rest he's hiding behind these branches here. They keep themselves well hidden, and Wow, it's just a great shot. Thank you, Kathy. Scott Loomis, Monsters from Maine. He's always got some interesting stuff. You know, I don't always see what everyone else sees, and I don't think people always see what I see either. But when you start digging into photos like this, some of the things that you see are hard to write off. You know, and he's got some circles here, but we're definitely seeing something here and here. Like that, this is fairly impressive. And I don't exactly know what it is either. I know Scott dabbles in a lot of things. There's Sasquatch activity, there's dogmen and stuff like that. I don't think that this would be either, really. Although I don't know what it is. Um, Something spiritual maybe. But this up here, I mean, you got to find this interesting, right? You got this large head here, and you've got the eyes, and you've got the nostrils, and the hooded nose here, and the large lips. But the head itself is disembodied. I don't know what that means. You know, I really have no clue what that means. So I'm just gonna throw it out there as being an interesting shot. And I appreciate Scott sharing all this stuff with me, but I can't tell you what that is, although I personally feel that it's something, you know. All right, let's see here. So, new friend of the channel, Sasquatch Confessions, JT, um, sent us a couple pictures. So, what he says is, and I agree, is that this creature is barely peeking through the bush. This is all bush all around him. And what you're going to see is an eye here and an eye there and the large hooded nose. There's a nostril there. And you can start to see the top of the mouth right there. Like that's like the corner of the mouth. And this is like its upper lip, and then it's got the rest of the face here. So yeah, this creature is just, I'm sorry, it's a Sasquatch for sure. But it's just barely peeking through the woods, or through the bush at him. So thank you, JT, for sharing that. I got one more here from JT as well. I looked at this picture for quite a while, trying to see what there is to see, and it's unfortunately it's one of those pictures where the trees and the tree limbs got the focus, and the creature in the background did not get the focus. And that's just the way that goes. But what I think what we're seeing here, kind of imagine the way an Ewok looks, right? Where they have like the discoloration on like the gray face and the reddish brown sort of goatee under the we'll call it's a frown. It's basically just a frown. We'll call it that. So you get the hair underneath that, and then I think we're seeing the nose here, which is a different coloration than the face, and then you've got the eyes up under this like sort of hood, and the head throws me off. Like I don't exactly know what the shape is. Like I think this is sort of a Sasquatch creature, but then again, I'd never seen one that looks like that before. I mean, maybe you can call it a Gugway, but it doesn't necessarily. It does have more of an ape face than a human face, so I think it's fair to say that. But either way, and I don't know what's going on over here. I think Jared had suggested that maybe this was young, like a juvenile, like an eye there, eye there. Maybe. I would tend to think it's probably more the hand of this creature or the arm just wrapping around this tree, and he's kind of hanging out the side of it. So thank you. If you want to check them out, it's Jared Taylor, JT, Sasquatch Confessions, Dogman Confessions. They're on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. Thank you, JT. So let's see the last one today. This is BigfootTalk.com. Available on Facebook. I know for sure. And he was talking about this potential, hide. Basically, the creature would get in back here and be able to sort of camouflage itself. And I think you'll see how the tree is just lightly bent over, and there's a lot of this like stringy stuff around. So it seems like, they could use it for hiding. So I started looking closer at the picture because I don't know, you always should, honestly. And I was able to. You have to forgive me because there's a lot of pareidolia going on here. Tons. But this right here. This guy. I can make out a head shape right there. And eyes and a hooded nose. And there's your mouth. Very chimp-like. So it almost looks like maybe some sort of juvenile. I wouldn't say that it's translucent either. You can't see anything through it. So that's my opinion on that one. I'm not 100%, stance on that one, but I think it's cool. I think it very well may be a creature in that picture. So I appreciate BigfootTalk.com for allowing us to showcase their picture. And that's going to be about it for me, guys. I just wanted to real quick say thank you to the members of the channel. We have 5 whole members now, and we really appreciate those guys that help support the channel financially. Also, if you want to help, you can join our Patreon. It's only Patreon's $1 a month. YouTube is $1.99 a month, I believe. A little extra perk is that you get a little extra content that we, when we come across content that we don't feel comfortable posting publicly on YouTube, our members get that, that goes to them, and they can view that content without us having fear of them reporting us to YouTube, so again, we appreciate all of you, all of our Patreons and members. And if you want to join the channel or Patreon, Patreon, www.patreon.com/Bigfoot Input, or you can just go to the main channel page here and click join. All right. And I thank everybody for watching episode 40. This is J Mac, and I'm out.